Jeffree has been talking shit about me way before that trip when I hung out with John Hill, just saying like he told Jacqueline and Jacqueline told John like how we're just a bunch of druggies and how we're like losers. I mean, Jay admitted to all the shit he says. He's a shitty person. Jeffree Star is a shitty person. The people around him are shitty people.
There's so much drama going on right now. Hey, what is up all my social climbing friends? It's Dustin and I am back with another video. Nick and I did a video in the car and it was just kind of a reaction to this situation. It was a rant. But I wanted to come on here and give you guys some of the receipts and talk about all of this mess that is going on with Jeffree Star, Trisha Paytas, and this Hair by Jay guy.
Oh.
Now, I want to ask, have any of you guys ever really heard of Hair by Jay?
No.
Do you know who Hair by Jay is?
No, I get very confused.
I think he did Kylie's hair one time.
I know he does Nikita's. He's done some things for Nikita.
Wow. He does Nikita's hair.
I saw he had like a picture of Kylie. I don't know. Jeffree goes through hair people.
Wow, girl. Like, wow. Okay.
Really fast.
So, really, honestly, to get to the root of the situation, this all stems back to around February of 2019 when Trisha Paytas, Jeffree Star, Oscar Wilde, Rich Lux,
a whole lot of them.
A whole bunch of people went on a trip to Las Vegas. There was some drama. We hadn't really heard too much about it. Trisha's made like little hints about how she made, how she was made to feel on that trip. And then that one guy came out that was friends with Jeffree and said that Jeffree was saying all these different things about her,
I forgot about him.
As well as Rich Lux, because Rich did buy Jeffree a gift, but Jeffree allegedly made fun of the gift, and Trisha was on this trip with them, and she was made to feel some kind of way about it.
She's made to feel some type of way. She was going through some things.
Yeah. Things that we're not going to talk about that we're privy to. But she was going through a very difficult time at that point in her life. But this Hair by Jay guy, literally out of nowhere, as far as I know, I think Trisha had made reference to him in something, but she didn't say anything bad about him. But he went on this Instagram Live and said some horrible, awful, wretched, nasty, very vulgar, abhorrent things about Trisha. He made fun of her weight. He made fun of the way she looks. He just basically tried to make her feel like shit.
Said that she should be scared of him because he will destroy her.
Yeah, and allegedly, like, now he's riding by her house and doing all kinds of different things. And in this live stream, he was very hostile.
Seemed a little amped.
Yeah, I can't really think of a good word to explain how he was acting in that other than hostile, because that's what he was.
Very angry.
In what reality does he, as a man, think that it's okay for him to say these types of things to a woman, let alone anybody, honestly?
I think that somebody thinks that they're a little bit more important than what they are.
Oh, yeah,
with
total
the way that he
God
was talking
complex.
Down. And the way that he was going off about how, well, Jeffree paid for this, Jeffree paid for that. Okay, well, if someone pays for something for you, that does not give them the right
to talk shit
about you,
no.
To make you feel less than or anything. That's nice that you paid for something and enjoyed the time, but you're not going to dog me out at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Hell no.
No. That's insane to me.
That's how he was making it seem. Like, oh, because something was paid for you, you should sit back and you should just be like, oh my God, yes, say this about me. I love it so much.
Now, Trisha went on to say anybody that is friends with Jeffree, anybody that associates with Jeffree is trash. Now, we know that Trisha has been friends with Shane for a very long time, and Shane and Jeffree are friends.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if this is going to drive a wedge in there. Now, Trisha has went on several TikToks. Some have been deleted. I recorded all of them. I'm not going to make you guys sit all through it, but I am going to put a few in here for you guys to see that would give you a little bit more context to the situation, because this situation is bad. Trisha was very upset.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, absolutely rightfully so. Her. And when I clicked on this video, you never know what you're going to get with Trisha. You truly don't. You don't know if she's trolling or whatever, but I instantly knew the look on her face and the way that she was talking and just the way she was vocalizing and saying things. I knew she was upset. So I'm going to put in some of the TikToks here for you guys to see, and then we'll be back with more commentary.
Jeffree has been talking shit about me way before that trip when I hung out with John Hill, just saying like he told Jacqueline and Jacqueline told John like how we're just a bunch of druggies and how we're like losers. I mean, Jay admitted to all the shit he says. He's a shitty person. Jeffree Star is a shitty person. The people around him are shitty people. And anyone who defends or supports him are shitty people, because it's time and time again. And it's behind closed doors. It's not trolling. It's real. It's nasty. It's manipulative. It's disgusting. And making up lies about me being on drugs and that I'm not sober and shit. You. I had gotten this message before, and everyone in our lives and around me knows in real time when this was happening, him saying all this shit behind my back, and people still support him and still with him. These are his people. This is his crew. Maybe he's not doing the dirty work, but having other people threaten me and do the dirty work. It's disgusting. It's disgusting, and I'm so sad I didn't speak out sooner. I'm so disgusted with myself that I was so afraid to not speak out sooner. And now my paranoia is just like really, really high, and I start to think like, oh my God, the people who have supported Jeffrey and stood by Jeffrey, knowing all this stuff has been going on with me, and I wasn't saying this online. I wasn't saying this for attention. I wasn't trying to expose anybody, but I was telling people this in private, and the fact that people still like defended him, and not only that, but like supported him publicly and just making him like this glorious thing. It's like, it's disgusting. Like Jay's video shows how disgusting. He admitted in his live today all the disgusting shit they said, and it's more than just mean girl stuff. It's just like triggering ass shit, and it's so gross and disgusting to me. And now just like the security threat, I just feel so overwhelmed, and I'm putting it out there so as many people know about this, just because like I truly feel like something bad is gonna happen. Like I truly feel that in my heart, and I can't do anything until like something actually happens, which really, really sucks. All I have is security, my fiance, our security inside, like. Okay, so my fiance's on his way home. There's 2 more security guards here. I keep getting like messages like this, and I've heard this before, that Jeffrey was telling everybody that I was high, and the jet was paid for because you were high on drugs, and Jeffrey wanted you safe. I wasn't high. He told Jaclyn Hill how disgusting and gross me and John Hill were when we hung out. This is all while we were friends. Everybody around me knows this. My mom, my sister, Shane, everybody knew this behavior from Jeffrey, and that he was saying this shit about me. There's a video of another guy that wasn't on the payroll that was on that trip with us that has also backed up this story. I wasn't high. I wasn't on drugs at all. And it's all very triggering. It's all very triggering, but I just want it all out there. Like, Jeffrey's an awful person. This is proved now by the people around him closest saying this stuff.
So, honestly, Jeffrey is back in LA now. He started tweeting at Trisha, and Trisha tweeted back one time. She quote tweeted him. He quote tweeted her. I'm going to read those for you now, or Nick is going to read them for you now, because he's the one with the receipts, because we're recording on my phone right now at this point. But what did Trisha and Jeffrey say?
Oh, girl, you have to edit this part. Hold on. I have to find the first one because they're not in order.
Girl, there's literally not that many.
Yes, there are. Jeffrey was quote tweeting other people too about the situation.
Yeah, but I'm more like, talk about that.
Well, I am trying to. If you would give me a moment.
Okay.
Don't make me call her by Jay.
Ain't nobody afraid of you.
He'll go on a live stream and trash her, girl.
Ooh, I'm horrified, girl.
So, someone tweeted to Jeffrey and said, if you support what was said to Trisha Paytas in that video, you are trash. I don't care what kind of money you have. That is mean girl behavior. You need to apologize and fire Hair by Jay, which I think...
Honestly, Jeffrey should fire him. Literally, there's so many people that get fired by saying things on social media, especially nowadays. Why is Jeffree Star any different?
He threatened her safety. He doxed her business, which is not known out there, gave her phone number out, made fun of her weight, made fun of her face, made fun of her possible drug usage or something like that.
Allegedly rode by her house.
You need to go. You need to
allegedly rode by her house.
Yeah, crazy.
That is insane.
All while saying that she should be scared of him, that he like beats people's asses, all that kind of stuff. You're crazy, dude. You need to go somewhere. So Jeffrey quote tweeted that person and said, I have personally apologized to Trisha Paytas several times last year about Vegas, and she never responded, which is her right. I respected it, and what happened is between us. Don't drag me into new drama, not interested. What someone else says does not represent me. Okay. I'll give Jeffrey that you cannot control what someone is going to say and what they're going to do.
He can control who he employs.
But that is exactly what he can do. He can control the situation and say, you need to go.
Hair by Jay is in Jeffrey's videos with him.
You should go back to
They're
Nikita.
Friends.
That's what he'll do. Go to Nikita. So, Trisha then quote tweeted that and said, if you didn't want to be involved in the drama, why is he speaking your name in the video on your behalf? Confirming all the horrid shit you guys said about me. I have been cool, but he is speaking on your behalf multiple times in all of his feeds. Yes, he was. You know what's funny about all this? This guy, Hair by Jay, whatever. He did this live stream where he was like, I'm big and bad. People should be scared of me. I'll ruin you. He said that he was going to ruin Trisha to the point where she would become anorexic when he was done with her.
Yep.
So that's what he said. But now that he's getting all this backlash after he tried to dump a ton of videos on his like Instagram story of celebrities that he has worked with.
Nobody
his page
cares.
is now private. You're a little bitch.
You know
He's
what?
a little bitch.
He made it private, but you know what?
You're a little bitch.
You know what? I got something for him. He needs this littlest violin.
Oh, girl, put it to your chin, girl. You clearly have
I have
you
a very
clearly
big
never
chin.
watched the Titanic.
That's what he needs. He reminds me of Squidward playing the violin on SpongeBob because right now he looks like he has egg on his face because he's done all this stuff. And while Trisha may not be very popular with people because Trisha's pretty problematic herself, the things that he said to her were
Vile
and malicious.
Disgusting.
They were absolutely
like there's reading someone. Read all day if you want to, but then you go like across that line, you're disgusting.
Yeah.
You're disgusting. And really showed the kind of person that you are. So Jeffree quote tweeted her and said, "You've ignored all my messages and texts for months, yet want to have an internet circus with an audience. No thank you. Love you, girl. You can call or text me anytime." See, Jeffree's wrong here because this was not Trisha bringing up Jeffree's name first and trying to cause drama. This is his hair person. That glues wigs to his head, that decided to go on a live stream and call Trisha out and dog her.
Call her out her name.
First of all, that's a mistake in itself, because you know Trisha won't stop.
No,
Trisha won't stop. But just because Trisha responds to this, he had his name all up in his mouth. Jeffree's. So, Jeffree's wrong for that. Jeffree's wrong.
100%. He, like, and Trisha did say that Jeffree kept calling her and calling her and calling her, but honestly, she doesn't have to accept anything from Jeffree. She does not have to accept an apology from him. But what I think Jeffree should do as a business person, because this will affect his business and the way people look at him, he needs to fire this guy. Termination. Termination.
Gotta go.
Yeah. It's awful. Go. Like, there's absolutely no excuse to talk to someone or talk about someone the way that this guy did her. Girl, so openly.
If that's as bad as he is on a live stream with an audience, imagine
how he is
when the camera is not rolling, where he can get gassed up.
And if he acts like that when he's gassed up, Trisha does. She's right in feeling that she could be threatened. She is absolutely right in feeling that way. I think Jeffree really needs to. He needs to make a public address of this, and he needs to address this guy and his behavior and say, "I'm not going to tolerate this." And it has nothing to do with even really just Trisha. Just in the anybody, any other person that this could have happened to, and this guy could have acted this way. Jeffree should have a problem with this because this could affect his image. Period. Point blank. End of story. And if Jeffree does not do that, this will affect his business even more because, you know, a lot of people are saying that maybe Jeffree had him go on this Instagram rant so long after all this happened because he has a new drop coming. And, you know, that is not too far from reality in things in the past with Jeffree. And I'm not saying that to be shady. I'm not saying that to say anything bad about Jeffree, but he has been known to do that.
Maybe he strayed away from the script.
Yeah.
He just started like really improvising with the things he was going to say.
He was doing the utmost.
Yeah.
Period. Point blank. End of story.
My opinion, the wigs aren't that great.
They're not.
That's just the fact of the matter. The past wigs that Jeffree has had, not good. Now, even when the guy that did 6ix9ine's wigs was doing Jeffree's wigs, those weren't good either.
That was my next question.
Yeah,
but dude, you are replaceable. And honestly, if Jeffree does not fire you for this,
he needs to.
He needs to fire you.
It has to be an actual firing. This can't be like you're still working with each other behind the scenes.
No.
He needs to go. He's bad for the image. He's bad for the brand.
Gone.
Honestly, I hope that other celebrities take...
You are, you know, you are the company you keep, right? And if Jeffree will allow that and he knows how that guy's acting and Trisha is saying that this is mean girl behavior, it is mean girl behavior, that explains everything you need to know about Jeffree Star and how he's going to conduct himself going forward.
Yep.
That's really all I have to say about it. So I'm going to go upload this video, you guys. Please let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. I know that H3 also dragged this guy in like a 3-hour live stream, and rightfully so. It's actually nice to see Ethan defend Trisha because I feel like they've gotten a lot closer, and you know that's going to be her brother-in-law.
Yeah, they need to get a lot closer. They're going to be related that way.
Yeah. But you guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below about this whole entire mess because that's exactly what it is, a mess. And we will see you all in the next video.
Bye.
Bye, guys.